Hello, what's up, gamers? I'm recording.
Welcome back to Unforgotten Fallen.
I don't think. Wait.
Wait!
Ah! Mr. Bippy in disguise. You've all fallen from my ploy.
Oh no.
No!
Oh no,
Come back to?
Everyone
yeah,
watch
you're on
the
record
Tom
now.
Simulator.
What's up?
Boy.
I think
Alright,
I
but-
need to make sure that I have nothing else open.
give Bippy head pats,
Typhel
that'll
has
make them
been
run
Bippy
away.
the whole time.
I should also probably leave that there, and yeah. Okay, great. Close all the things. This is fine. Hello. So, Typhel, take it away.
Alright,
Seen it.
welcome to UFO. No, I'm kidding! Haha.
Oh no.
Or am I?
Bamboozled again.
Who knows?
So actually,
Bamboozled.
this is the first session of the Mercenary Blues. In space.
Hooray.
Woo.
Is that the full name? Mercenary
Yes.
Blues in Space.
Yes. Including the 3 dots at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be sure to enunciate those.
Oh no, Birds is
What?
bringing out the crazy man.
Yeah, don't accept Dion Quixote's quest to tear down windmills. You gotta turn them down.
But does he pay well?
You know, there's a relevant XKCD here.
It doesn't matter how
556.
much he pays if the windmill falls on you and you die.
Also,
That just means you did it right.
So,
Soul.
So, we're going to start off by looking at the 3 alpaca, a nice little compact family who has just lost the majority of their people. Stranded with almost no money, no family, just each other, in the deep void of space. You elect to make a living doing mercenary business. That generally tends to be lucrative. Nobody knows what their voices are going to be. Just make it up as you go, right?
yeah,
Sometimes I do, today I do not.
what?
So, as you're making your way to one of the prison barges, mercenaries generally gather to, trade bodies, trade bullets, and money, and information. You receive a call, a sort of distress call on your radio. And it's coming from the planet you're closest to. So when you're flying to this prison barge, it's in the orbit of catastrophe. And this call is coming from one of the moon.
and catastrophe, of course, is one of the planets in this solar system.
Alright, so are you guys going to follow this distress call, or?
Well,
To clarify first, who actually is piloting our ship?
I
I am proficient in that, but I don't know if it would actually be me.
am also proficient in that. Wait, yeah, I should be. Did I not? Oh no.
Is the ship a land vehicle?
It is not. Only when it's not moving.
Do you consider it a
Okay.
land vehicle?
Generally, you prefer it not to be.
I mean, it could be. And Ennis is proficient in that.
How many asteroids make up the surface of the ship? Because it might be a land vehicle in that sense.
It better be 0 or you'll hear about it from me.
Well,
Yes, I
It's a
am
vehicle
proficient
made of
in both.
land.
I think Ennis is kind of the group navigator. I don't know if that would count as a pilot. I
That's
think
why
that we should
that's why I was
like.
asking. I'm not sure if the navigator also pilots.
I think that we should like
And
clench
we have a
our
crew of
hopes
3.
together and just say that we're both doing it like together, like Han Solo
co-pilots.
Chewbacca style.
A
Okay.
navigator
I'm
and a
there
pilot.
looking at the stars, and you are driving.
Yeah. that
And you
makes sense.
make sure we don't hit any stars.
Yes,
That
stars. I'm
depends.
looking at you.
We don't want any fender benders.
Nah, I was thinking of hitting stars as a hit and run.
Don't hit
Then-
stars. That's abuse.
Dun,
No.
dun, dun.
I don't want that. So yes. So we hear you were saying we hear a distress signal coming from one of the moons of catastrophe.
Right.
Which one is it, out of curiosity?
It is passing.
Passing.
It's the one closest to the surface of catastrophe.
I am so dumb.
Oh,
I am unfathomably dumb. Why didn't I just use the planet outline as the background for this?
oh,
Well, now you know for next time. So,
Yeah, I guess.
oh, well. It would. Melange turns to her older cousin, who is navigating the ship. So, what do you think? Should we follow that?
It could be worth looking into. Maybe. Well,
See if we can do something.
I suppose a distress signal wouldn't really have supplies, but I would have wanted it for me, so I say it's worth looking into.
They don't do much good if people ignore them.
Yeah.
Though it could also be a trap.
That is an issue.
DD, roll knowledge local.
This is 5e Typhel.
Ah!
Don't worry, I'm just as. I don't know why 5e doesn't have that. That's actually a very good skill. How dare.
They
History?
kind of
Roll
get mixed
history.
together.
I think
Okay.
the idea is
History?
you could fold it into another one. Yeah.
Probably history is what I
Local
usually
still
imagine.
feels like it should be a skill.
Yeah, but we're... I put too much HHG, man.
It's okay. I got a 20. Also, I have very good memory in case we were there within the past month, but I don't think we were.
Good to know.
Alright, from some of your past experiences in this region, remember that passing is the moon where the town, or more of a small city, honestly, known as Mini-Main, is located. You also are aware that it is the capital of the IH. But that's not saying much, considering how wild this place tends to be.
I should probably pull up the document that explains all the different powers in space.
Yeah. You said the capital of the IHG, right? That's the Longmas?
That's the, yeah, that's the Longma faction. that-
Oh. Well, Annis is slightly predisposed against going there now. Only a little.
IG.
Yeah, you guys are in the center of this map, sort of. The sheep territories are, out on the brink edge
Fringes.
of the source.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you guys are just past all those asteroids, but
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. That's what I was picturing. Hmm.
I mean, Mel doesn't particularly like or dislike the IHT.
The IHT. Ugh.
Hmm. Well, stranded in that territory could mean a variety of things.
Doesn't mean the signal is coming from an IHT ship.
Of course. It could be signaling because of an IHT ship, which would be the worry.
Mel just kind of points the ship in that direction and starts heading towards it. I'm going to
Whatever
see what it
happens,
is.
we can deal with it.
I think so too.
As you get closer to the signal, it's clear that it originates from Mini-Main, in fact.
Oh.
And it probably wouldn't be a good idea to land the ship right in the middle of a city, so you're probably going to have to proceed on foot.
Uh-huh. Is it common practice to land outside of a city or take dropships from orbit? Do we have a dropship?
Yeah, we probably lost like all of our escape pods. I mean,
That's also-
Parsley has a ship, presumably, because
You might be able to cram all into his ship, if you tried, that is.
hmm,
Squish the floof.
well, as discussion happens, Anna's just gonna take a quiet minute to, or I think it's actually technically like 11 minutes. Peck, I forget how rituals work. Sorry, never mind.
10 minutes plus the usual casting time.
Alright. In that case, I guess throughout the past, like, 11 minutes, she's gonna casually set an alarm around the cockpit of their ship. Don't worry about that.
Real
And
smooth.
I am going to double check a spell description as well really quick.
Yes.
Mel is going to pull out her magic 8-ball, which takes a long time to respond to a shake, but is usually pretty reliable, like more reliable than most magic 8-balls. And
The actually magic 8 ball.
yes, so she's going to give that a shake, stare into the little display for about 11 minutes, and it's a very slow magic 8-ball. But she is going to ask her magic 8-ball. Let's see if it is going to be dangerous for all three of them to head towards the distress signal. Which is to say, she's casting Augury as a ritual.
That spell do?
You ask it about something you plan to do within the next 30 minutes, and the response you get is either, well, it says weal or woe, but it's basically, is the result going to be good, bad, little good and a little bad, or not particularly good or bad? But in this case, the answer will be a Magic 8-Ball style answer.
Huh.
So
Oh
if it's
no.
like neither good or bad, could be like ask again later.
Moo thinks it's a bad idea.
Thanks, Moo.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh no.
You land on this moon, and then suddenly an asteroid hits it and destroys the entire moon.
Turns out it wasn't actually a moon at all at E2.
What, you thought this was the Mercenary Blues campaign? No, this is,
Not rocks fall from space.
what's the one movie? Armageddon? Armageddon.
Oh no, rocks fall, but they stop them. Spoilers.
I think about a
I
good
mean, the
response
player
to
still
that.
died though.
Deep Impact. rocks fall, everyone dies.
Alright, so
I think using Parsley's ship is a good idea. Or depending on the wheel and woe of that ball.
it says both.
Alrighty. That sounds like most everything we do these days.
Well, I don't exactly have much choice other than to cram onto my ship.
As is the case every time this happens, Mel looks slightly uncomfortable at the notion of all of us leaving the ship, but she wants to see what's going on in case she is needed for help.
Hmm. You know,
Plus, I'm sure there are ways to like lock the door so that people can't just come in and steal our ship or something.
is there not like a way we could land the ship out of character?
Yeah, that's why I was asking which is common practice, landing or dropships.
One's gonna keep your ship safe, per se.
Sorry,
But,
you cut out a little there.
It's probably a
landing,
lot more expensive to land and then take off from a planet.
yeah, it would probably be more expensive, but
Gas
it is
prices,
much
man.
faster to get back to your ship than to fly all the way up to orbit and then look for your ship in orbit.
Yeah. I mean, looking for a ship in orbit has the risk of getting pirated while we're away. I think Annis actually would outright say, I feel like it's better to land the ship on the planet. Or on the moon. Ignore that.
It feels like a planet, but yeah.
That's no
Alright,
moon,
well,
that's a planet.
oh no. Alright, well, I guess then tie everything down and prepare for planetfall.
Very well.
So Mel will, once everything is secured, Mel will orient the ship and begin descent near, far enough outside of the city to not cause a ruckus. I'm sure, is there like a spaceport that we know about or are able to spot?
Not as far as you can tell.
I feel like a port would be a bad idea. The wilderness itself, I think, is safer than being with those Longma.
Alright, well, let's scan the landscape then, look for a flat enough area to land.
You do find one, considering
Excellent.
that this planet seems to be mostly ice and flat patches of sandy rock. It's not very, how do we call it? It's not very picturesque.
It's not a scenic moon.
Not at all.
As we touch down to the ground, Annis is going to sort of think something to herself, and a barrier will sort of shimmer faintly around her. I cast Mage Armor.
Alright. The distress signal is still coming from the city.
Alright. Do I need to roll like a vehicle check to land the ship, or have I just done this enough times?
If so, I would
You're
like to aid
experienced enough, and the terrain is super easy. It's literally just sand, so you won't have any problems.
Alright.
I hate sand.
I know you've told us 100 times how much you hate sand, and all of the reasons for it.
And while you were good at crap, while you were landing the ship, though you're confident in your skills, when you were descending, the ship still kind of groaned sketchily.
But I
It
have to
holds
check on
together.
that later. What'd you say?
It still holds together, but it's a little bit spooky.
You're gonna have to take a look at that melange.
Melange grabs her pack, pulls out a little like notebook, and makes a note to check on that noise later. Puts away the notebook for later.
Annis will remember it for you. She
Annis will
doesn't
remember that.
say that. Yes. So, I presume we head out? Or Annis will try the ship door.
Yes, since we don't know what's going to be happening, Mel is going to go also put on her body armor.
Parsley's gonna take his crossbow.
Annis just has her regular things, and of course her gauntlets as per usual.
Should I take Temuko?
He could watch the ship.
Parsley's gonna let Temuko watch the ship, I guess.
I have another ritual spell to cast. Actually, Annis is going to take... Now, Annis wants to cast another alarm on the ship, but that would take 11 minutes, and I already need to cast another ritual, and that would add 10 minutes onto that, so... Well... Oh yeah, I guess we could, out of character, I guess we could use Parsley's ship as a little bit of a land, like, sort of thing to watch everything with, fly to the city or whatnot. We could do that, or we could use Find Vehicle. Now, one question I need to check. What are actually desert land vehicles?
Buggies.
Like,
Dune buggy.
yeah. I think a dune buggy would be good enough for everyone, right?
Should
Would
be.
imagine so.
Then Annis is going to step outside onto the okay sand. It's not that bad. And just sort of construct something in her mind, and slowly reality begins to piece it together for her.
You get a depressing little buggy.
Oh no.
It's depressing because it has a bright shade of green. No, I'm kidding. It's just a
Hold on.
normal buggy.
Hold on.
You'll be riding it in style.
I get to choose this one. Oh, and thematically, I think, spirit-wise, this is probably, like, Fae, I think, is probably most appropriate for, like, what's going on with Annis, but I don't know.
Oh no.
Well, it's definitely not infernal, and I don't think it's angelic. I don't...
Angel buggy.
So while you're riding around in the car, it screams at you.
No, it doesn't work like that. It's, I'm trying to think of, I think, like this, or, like, this would be the kind of thing that would be summoned? I don't know.
Anyways,
It's very important
if you're
that we
curious
know
what
what the buggy looks like.
meant by that, I meant that it's, that's what its technical origin is, and the example it gives is if you summon an SUV and it's fiendish, it might look kind of, devilish, because it's got a sinister grail and it's jet black or something. I guess I could
Got
just
flames.
ignore that in favor
So
of
instead,
flavor.
it's just really obnoxiously looking.
No.
I kind of want to try and draw like the different variations of buggy now.
I don't know. That's just the flavor of the spell. It might not really be what Annis actually does. But regardless, we have a buggy.
Yay!
Who's driving?
I mean, I'm automatically proficient with it. But you can also drive it if you'd like. Annis does not mind either way. However,
Mel does not drive cars.
lame. What a nerd. Not able to drive cars.
I mean, she can, she just doesn't prefer to.
So,
Let's just get into the car.
Annis will get into the car.
Mel will also get into the car.
All right, excellent. The party's traveling now.
Hooray!
Joyous day. We should probably close the ship behind us as we go.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mel goes through the standard procedure of making sure the ship is all sealed and locked up so that only they can get back in easily.
Well, so Annis begins to drive towards the city and towards the distress call, whatever it might be. Is there anything peculiar we can notice about the city from a distance?
Well, the first thing you notice is that it's barely a city. The tallest building is probably like 10 stories at the maximum, and everything around it is significantly shorter than that. You see the methane tank, large, blocky-looking ships with not much distinction to them, and a matte gray, drab color, flying away from the looming gas giant catastrophe in the sky, floating away to various parts of the planet, or various parts of the solar system, and probably some on passing as well. The moon, which you are at.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, 10 stories is pretty big, but for future
Compared to
cities,
Homeworld.
yeah, where, you know, the skyscrapers reach the atmosphere.
That's just a
This
space
is-
elevator.
Yeah, no space elevators on passing, I have a feeling.
Everything's so drab. Looks just like home.
It's still a little opulent for my tastes.
Annis will stop the buggy once we're, not a mile from the city, but a, a slight bit away, enough to, like, look at it good enough, but also not, like, enough to be shot at.
You're going to proceed on foot?
I mean,
I mean, is there like a wall around the city, or is there
is there,
like
yeah,
gates where they
I
check
assumed
people
there would
coming
be
in?
defenses or something.
Not really. There's just a few roads leading in that seem to taper off in the middle of nowhere. Still half unfit.
Well, in that case, I guess we'll drive into the city.
Might as well.
And, am I able to concentrate on spells while driving? I mean, it's not...
As long as there's no potholes.
Do you want to switch drivers?
Hit
You
a
hit a
pothole.
you hit a pothole and the car just disappears and everyone
Oh,
flies
no.
off.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Now you're going on foot.
Annis would be happy to switch drivers with Parsley so she can tie a couple things.
Do you have to concentrate on find vehicle, or are you concentrating on something different?
Find vehicle lasts for 8 hours. I do not have to concentrate on it.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Parsley will be happy to switch driver seats.
Now you get to drive the buggy.
Yes! This is what I've been born for!
Also, as Annis concentrates on something, there's a little bit of a shimmer around here. Around her. Don't worry about it.
Grounded.
So
But
you-
we're already grounded, and Mel isn't sure how to feel about that.
Wait, grounded? What? Why is Annis grounded?
Well, we're not in space, so
Ground.
we're all grounded.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's literally what grounded means. But anyways,
you approach the city. The distress signal gets closer. Approaching it finds you in a back alleyway, far away from the tallest buildings, on the edges of the. Don't look at you too funny, but it's clear that they recognize strangers in their midst. But those strangers soon fade away as you find the alleyway. Corvine, your character's call for, well, a ride, for lack of a better, has been answered, and you hear the car approaching from the back of the alleyway.
Okay. Then I get ready for visitors.
oh no, why does that sound ominous?
It's very ominous.
So, would you like me to pick up the description?
Yeah, that would be fine by me.
Yes, what?
Okay.
Who do we see when we come to the alleyway?
You almost. Are you still in the car, by the way?
Probably, unless it's too narrow.
Okay. You almost don't notice it. There's some sort of like small mud pony thing holding
Mud
a
pony,
bent
you say?
can in its hand, or in its hooves, and it looks at the car.
Hmm?
Does anyone react to it?
Ines will
It
tilt
said it-
her head curiously, I suppose.
You said you have a can?
Yes, it has a can. A bent one.
Mel is trying to get a good look at what the mud pony creature is holding.
Okay.
Parsley is
Craning her neck a little bit.
just not exactly. He has like a flat look on his face.
So it touches a hoof to the can, and then you hear, "Me and my master would like to request access to your vessel."
Oh no.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Can I roll to like see if this is just a can, or if it looks like there's something more to it?
Yes. Probably, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you can roll. Come on. Sorry.
Sorry, it's okay. I should.
Typhul, you're good.
Oh, that's perception.
I'm trying to perceive the can.
Perceive the can. It looks like a regular can.
It looks like a can.
Yes.
Like a tin
any-
can with the label ripped off or something.
Yeah. Like any can you would find dumped out.
Ines
empty
cannot
can.
can.
How many cans would a can? If a can could dance the can.
That was just me being silly and rolling a perception as well.
Wow.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
This
You're not
can.
sure if it's a. Oh, sorry.
This can is a master of stealth.
This is why you keep Mel around. But yeah, I guess also that's what I was going to roll perception on. Can I now roll to see if I saw her lips move? Wait, is it a he or a she, or can we tell?
It's a mud.
Mud. Can I roll to see if I could see the mud's lips moving? when the can spoke. I want to see if I can tell if that was ventriloquism.
Okay.
The can spoke.
Corvine, can you roll?
Oh, roll what specifically?
Or perception, I would assume. Right, Stars?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be me rolling, not Corvine.
Okay. Yeah, he can roll. So that's perception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not speaking, and it also looks kind of
I'm off to a good start.
yeah, it's not speaking, the one thing, and it does look feminine now that you examined it closely.
Now that I've rolled a 19 and a 23. So that voice just appears to have come from the can then.
Yes.
Okay. Your master, you say? And she looks at Anise and Parsley. Not sure what to say to that.
Parsley is
Well,
not exactly
the-
knowledgeable at all.
The can just talked, you guys.
who would your
What?
master be?
The so how close are you guys, by the way, to them? Are you keeping your distance, or
That'd be up to the driver, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a bird's thing, but I think distance is preferable when you're confronted by a strange mud pony and a talking can.
I can drive closer if you guys want.
Hmm.
it looks a little embarrassed and taps the can again? Me and my master would like to request access to your vessel.
Define vessel.
It holds out the can again and pushes the can. Me and my master would like to request access to your vessel.
Is that the only thing that you can say?
It shakes its head, it nods its head.
Insight check to see if this person is just really shy, and that's the reason they can't talk themselves. If I can't, I don't want to just like go around rolling unprompted.
Okay.
But the DM isn't saying anything, so
So what type of check was that?
that's an insight to see if you're
That's an
shy
insight.
or mute.
Mute.
Hmm.
It appears to be mute.
It.
Gee.
Have a higher opinion of yourself.
Well,
Well, Mel is shy, so she's waiting to see what her companions say.
and doesn't have anything to write with. That's unfortunate. She does have her.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Also, this thing
stargazing
is she's very small,
Uh-huh.
like smaller than sheep small.
The mud or the can?
The mud.
Well, presumably both.
The can is
It's a big.
can-sized.
It's a big can.
The can is can-sized.
Well, with my passive insight, Mel gets the impression that Annis is trying to think of something this person can ride on. So she perks up and so what would it be easier if she had something to write with? And pulls out her notebook and a pen. Yay, unintended Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's notebook. So let me double check.
It perks up a bit. She perks up a bit.
All right. Mel is gonna look at the other two alpaca, and then like tentatively, like hop out of the dune buggy, make her way over to this individual they have found, and offer the notebook and pen.
Parsley will keep a hoof on his crossbow.
This might make things easier. So you're looking for a ride then? Are you trying to get off the moon?
She nods.
Is there anything that you can give us? Annis will get out of the buggy and kind of walk forward with Mel.
Was she handed the paper yet, or no?
Yes, you were handed a notebook and pen,
Okay.
like a spiral-bound notebook type of thing. Excuse me, you were hoofed it.
Okay.
What are hands?
So,
She hoofed it over. Yeah, we don't ask to be rude, but it is expensive to run a spaceship.
so the question
Annis-
was what she can give, right?
Yeah, as compensation for the ride.
Okay. She's going to rate. Here, let me. I'll actually rate it.
It's like you're taking out actual pen and paper.
So we need to screen share. Now open up MS Paint.
Wait, isn't this the future? Why do we have pen and paper? We should be pulling out our tablets and our iPads.
Well, no, it's not the
Space-
future. It's the 90s.
Space pen
You
and
guys
space
just pull out
paper.
like your brick laptops.
It's the space future 90s.
Sorry, Birds, what were you gonna say?
Space pen and space paper.
Ah, yes.
Could I take
Made for
roll-
the inky void.
Now roll your space dice.
Yes.
Does a space computer count as a common civilian land vehicle?
What?
You gonna ride your computer? What?
I mean, I gotta surf the web somehow.
Ah! No, that's a water vehicle, BD.
Oh no, you're right. Oh,
That's true. Doesn't count. Too bad.
Mel looks slightly regretful that she handed over her whole notebook and not just a couple of pages, but she doesn't say anything.
Parsley chuckles.
how can we trust you?
She tries to give a warm smile to Annis, but she's dripping in muddy.
Would that be persuasion or deception?
Persuasion.
Annis just
Alright.
tilts her head curious.
Roll and whisper to the DM which skill you're using.
I'll roll to the DM, or
I just roll normally,
Yeah.
you know, so that they can decide what your roll. Man, -2.
That sure is a smile modifier you have there.
she is a mud monster.
It's hard to make out the facial expressions.
I
You're-
don't
Yeah,
know. I think it's charming.
I don't
it's a
know.
bit
You're
strained.
you smile about as well as Mel is able to.
Well, I think that you should just be warned that joining us might be not the most safe route out of this planet. We have had a bit of a ship malfunction recently, and other things.
Mel looks grumpy at this mention.
She nods back.
It's alright. I'll be the janitor.
She elbows Parsley in the ribs.
Ow.
I think it could be an investment.
Oh, we've already come this far. Where are you heading?
And were you the distress signal?
She nods to that. And he writes down.
Could I roll insight?
You may.
Just rip the pages and put them back on. Let's rip out the muddy spots, poke them out, and then there you go.
Mend it again. Yeah.
Anyway, where is my insight? Why is it? Okay, my mistake.
What's your
What are you
insight?
trying? What are you trying to look for? Sorry, Corbine. I keep
That's
interrupting
okay.
people.
No, it's fine.
And this
Are you
was,
trying to determine if she's like on the run from something, or
yeah, this is distress. We are in a scary city after all.
The you don't seem to notice any distress from this person.
And why is that? Annis just asks. Mm,
and Mel speaks up hesitantly. I'm confused. Are you the master? She points to the mud pony, or are you the master? And she points to the can.
The the mud creature starts to silently laugh to herself, noiselessly, and then she starts writing down.
Oh, okay, my mistake.